Good evening, it's Melissa with Meraki Healing Arts, and I had a great night. Oh, y'all, I took myself out on a damn date. My hair's a little squished because I wore a cute little black hat, because it was a pretty fancy place. So, House 330, which is owned by the LeBron James Foundation. Used to be Tangier's restaurant, famous in my area. Has a stage, beautiful seating, chandeliers, disco balls. I believe there's another stage room, ballroom. There's a couple restaurants. There's a huge Starbucks in there and a free internet cafe. There's always some really cool live shows going on there. Some free community events, things of that nature. So tonight's show was Hub's Groove and the Tony Tribute Band. They play all over in Ohio. And there's a possibility they may be doing a show in residence in Vegas. So they may not be in the Ohio area if that all goes through. So good luck to them on that. I am thrilled that I got to see them. It was a great show. So, and I enjoyed a nice dinner there by myself. Just vibed to the music and had a good time. So it was really a good night. So, and I'm looking forward to, so Hub's Groove is also announced tonight that they will be doing a D'Angelo tribute in 2026. So that should be really interesting as well. And hopefully I'll get to catch some of their jazz shows and things of that nature. So, yeah, I love live music. I grew up with a family of self-taught musicians. So every single weekend our house was just jam-packed full of people playing live music. So I enjoy that. I like all kinds of music, rock, blues, disco, funk, old school rap. Just love to see good live music. So that was a good time. And there was a time years ago where I was like such a shy, introverted person. I never would have, went out by myself and just hung out and enjoyed things. But life is too short. I think one of the first times that I really went out by myself was right after my last partner died. He had been talking about a movie that he really wanted to see. Oh gosh, I can't think of the name of it now. It had Idris Elba, and it was very similar to an older movie from the 80s or 90s called The Ghost in the Darkness. That movie was about two brother lions who kind of were hunting humans for sport, and they would kill them, and it's not like they were consuming all of them. They were just, they'd hunt them down ruthlessly and kill them in a bloody manner and leave. It was quite a number of people. So anyway, he had this huge fear of lions, but loved that movie. And so when the newer, almost remake version came out, he kept talking about wanting to go see that movie. And we would kind of jokingly say, oh, well, maybe we can find it at a drive-in and put your oxygen tanks in my car, and, then you'd be able to go and, and be able to enjoy it. And, because we'd have to take quite a few oxygen tanks to get through watching one movie. And we both knew it really wasn't going to happen, but he would talk about it like it was something that he really wanted to do. And right after he passed, I think it took a few days for us to be able to get the arrangements all done and have his service. And then when we did, I had only taken like 2 days off for the funeral and all that. And I decided to go ahead and take the 3rd day because I just wasn't feeling like going back to work quite yet. And I took myself out to go see that movie because it had just been released. And it was wild. I get into the movie, and like one of the first lines, I'm trying to think what it was. One of the first lines was eerily almost identical to some strange thing that he used to say. And now it's completely lost from my mind. Like, it seemed like such a trippy thing. Wow, what was it? I think it was, yeah, it was something about my gizzard's gonna burst, which is a weird thing to say, but he used to put on all different kind of accents. He just loved to make me laugh, and he had this thing, and he'd say, "Oh, girl, you make me laugh so hard, my gizzard's gonna burst." And get into that movie, and somewhere in the first, few scenes of the movie, I think the father said it to the daughter, and I was just like floored. So yeah, I just felt like, that was weird. So yeah. So anyway, that was one of the first times that I ever really was like, go out to a social event, like completely on my own without a partner there. I'd been used to, I think when I was a single mom for years, I didn't have the money to go anywhere, and I was still kind of a shy person. And then when I was married, I always had my ex or my kids with me. And then after being with my last partner, again, I was used to having someone there all the time. So it was kind of weird to go places on my own and get out of my comfort zone, but I really enjoy it now. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice sometimes to have somebody there, but honestly, I've went to events where I've taken friends with me, and they kind of sucked all the fun out of the whole thing because, they were complaining the whole time about something or other, and they wanted to leave early, and I was like, yeah, I'm not ready to go, but had to leave early because of other people. And I understand it. They were in pain and not comfortable, so of course I had compassion and we left, but, I was kind of cheesed off that it was like, yeah, paid all this money to come to this event, and we didn't even get to stay for like half of the concert. And that was a really good concert too. That was let's see, that was, what was it called? It was put together by LL Cool J, and I think it was called The Force, and it had Redman and Method Man. It had MC Light, Common. Yeah, there were quite a few people. So we did get to see part of the show, and I got to see some of each of their performances, but we left early because the woman that I had went to the concert with was in pain because she was tall, very tall, and the seats were not, didn't give her enough leg room, and she was in pain. And so, yeah, we left early. And I don't like doing that. I like staying and enjoying the whole dang show, and, singing along and getting up and dancing. So, yeah. So anyway, that was my Saturday night, and I'm trying to enjoy whatever events that I can right now. It's hard for me to see in the dark. I have a issue with one of my eyes, and I know winter's coming, so I won't be driving in the dark with that vision problem. I did tonight, but it was because the weather was good. There was not any snow or heavy rain or anything, so it was a nice clear night, so I was able to make it home safe. And it's a straight shot. It's, I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes, maybe 15-20 minutes drive to get from that venue to get back home. So I was like, yep, we're not missing out on fun. Yeah, life is just too short. All right, so we're doing a read with the Healing Energy Oracle deck, and these cards are have always been intended to be used with like a healing sound frequency. So we'll see if there's anything that can be used with a healing sound frequency with these tonight, and what we have out on the table. We have 3 right now already. I kind of feel like that's all that that's all that Spirit has for us, because it keeps shuffling and shuffling, and that's all that's coming out. So the first card out is Goodness. I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. Absolutely, you have to love yourself first. I know I don't have a problem offering unconditional love to others, to my detriment sometimes, because they don't always deserve the amounts of goodness and kindness that I get, but I still offer it. But I'm learning to put my needs first and really overcome any imperfections or insecurities that I have, and just love myself and create a joyful life. Overcoming your imperfections and unconditional love to self would be something to look for with the healing sound frequency. So overcoming imperfections and feeling strong within yourself would be a solar plexus frequency that you would want to look for. And then if you were looking at unconditional self-love, then you could look one up for the heart chakra for sound frequencies for that. The next card out is One Step at a Time. I see the mountain ahead and dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment and the current task. Thus, I regain my ease of living. That's something that I struggle with sometimes, because I have 5 million projects. Some of them seem a little overwhelming, but you know, they always say you can't eat an elephant all at once. You have to do, take it a bite at a time, set a goal, set a progress, and work on it each day, whether that's your physical health, getting your life, your finances, or your home in order, working on something for your schooling, working on your business. Do put in some effort every day if you can. And don't forget your physical health and resting and rejuvenating and meditating and getting into nature, because that balance is so important. So important. Everything flows better when you're in balance. I guess the biggest takeaway from that card is focusing on the present moment. So any kind of mindfulness meditation about being in the present moment would be good for that. And the final card out is Freedom Through Faith. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to the Most High. I have faith in perfect timing and placement, and I trust the will of the universe, and I find freedom. So that's, about releasing control and detaching from outcomes. Sometimes we don't know what is ahead. All that we can do is work on our inner selves and our balance, the goals that we have in life, and just trust that the universe has some amazing surprises ahead for you. So don't if you're looking at the past, or worrying about the future, you're not in the present moment, and you miss so much. You miss out on just so much peace and joy and gratitude. So for that one, if you're doing a meditation, you could do sound frequencies for detaching and trusting in the universe. So those are your card pulls for the healing energy frequency, healing sound frequency. And I'll be back with some other reads soon. Have a great night.